Hi guys, my name is Bearfoot and welcome to my channel. Now, I did a live stream over on my Facebook page, but I think you guys want to know about it as well. If you're asking yourself, do I need to focus on more than one social media platform at a time? This little replay is for you.
I'm Bearfoot. Welcome to my channel, where I'll show you how to make visibility effortless.
Good morning. No, it's afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me just make sure I'm in the right spot as usual. How, for those of us in the UK, how are we doing with the snow? Because we got a lot of it here. Although actually, the sun has melted quite a bit of it away out of my garden. Am I in the right place? Yeah, cool, lovely. Have I got sound? Yeah, perfect. Cool. So, how are we? What's going on? I was in my group last night doing a tutorial for one of the content creation tribe, and one of the ladies asked me a question, and it's not the first time I've been asked the question. I get asked this question actually quite a bit. Hey Chris, how are you, darling? And her question was, do I have to master every single platform? Now, I get asked this quite a bit. Both in real life and online, a lot, because you know, people kind of look at me and they sort of see me kind of everywhere. But what you need to remember about me is I've been working for myself for more than a decade. So I've been in the online world for more than a decade. So I've had a really long time to learn what it takes to run and to be present on various different platforms. Now, what I will tell you is, if you have followed me through the various years, you will see that I've kind of jumped from platform to platform, and having a dominant platform as the years have gone by. And the reason for that is purely down to the fact of I go to which platform is going to serve me the best for what I'm wanting to do right there and then. So if you take me back, you know, where are we, 2018? If you take me back maybe 6 years, I was really getting my hands dirty with Twitter because it was the right platform for me. It was definitely the right place for me to grow my podcast and my radio show and to reach out to media and all of that kind of stuff. So that was, you know, it was really, really cool. I got a great following over there and I really enjoyed it. I really, really liked Twitter. But when I changed from the health industry, the radio show, the podcast, and all of that kind of stuff, when I stepped out of that and then stepped into the role that I do now, which is visibility, supporting you guys, and showing you kind of some of the more simplistic ways of running a business online, I knew that I had to once again jump platform. And what I did was I had an interest in Instagram, and I knew that my tribe were going to be there because at the beginning of this journey that I'm doing now, I really wanted to focus on health and well-being people, because I was one of them. I had been one of them for 10 years, more than 10 years. So I knew where they hung out, I knew what their troubles were, I knew what they were trying to achieve. I literally knew their DNA, I knew what was going on. So I knew that they were hanging out on Instagram. And at that point, I hated it. I was like, oh, I just couldn't get my head around it. It just made no sense to me, right? And ironically, it's the same stuff that I hear now. But all the while I was kind of dipping my toe in Instagram and trying to figure that out and see if I could make that work, I obviously really focused on Facebook. So I jumped from Twitter to Facebook. And again, I'm not a huge Facebook fan, never have been, but I knew I had to make it work for my business. So for the first kind of half of 2017, I really kind of made my Facebook strategy work. Yeah, I made good money from it. I effectively launched my business, but it gave me the time as well to figure out what I was doing on Instagram, whether I liked it, I knew it was going to really establish me and what I was doing, before I kind of stepped away from Facebook and then really focused most of my attention on Instagram. So the question that most people say is, you know, do I need to master them all? No, you don't. You need to master one and have a backup plan. So, and what do I mean by that? And this is what I explained to the lady on the call last night. She wanted to know, you know, what do I have to just kind of have one? But I'm not quite sure if I can communicate effectively there, you know, is it going to work for me? And what she was saying she loves Instagram, but she doesn't feel like she can communicate effectively on Instagram. But there's a lot more, she felt like there was a lot more facility for her to do what she wanted to do on Facebook. And I said to her, look, there's other ways that we can get you engaging over on Instagram. That's not a problem. That's what I do. I can help you with that. And, you know, no stress. But really, if you focus all your attention on one, and make sure it's one that, you know, your crowd are hanging out in and you feel comfortable using, because ultimately most people, when they first kind of step out in business, you find yourself like, oh, I did this. You find yourself with a zillion different accounts, and you have no idea how to use any of them, because it's just so massively overwhelming that you don't really learn to master any. And it just all kind of, the visibility goes down. You just don't build that brand awareness that you're wanting. And as a result, you're not building your business, right? So I always say to people, find one that you like, you love, you're really comfortable with using, your crowd are definitely there, and really focus on that. But learn what it takes to repurpose the content onto a secondary platform as kind of your backup platform. Because what you don't want to do is you don't ever want to put all your eggs in one basket. Because say, I don't know, say you put your eggs in the Instagram basket, right? And I don't think for 1 minute this is ever going to happen. But if you do all of that and you have very little presence anywhere else, if at all, what are you going to do if Instagram goes down? That's not yours. You don't own it. It means that all your visibility disappears. But if you've been smart enough to create your content for Instagram, but repurpose it onto your secondary choice, so create your Instagram content and then repurpose it perhaps onto your Facebook feed. If Instagram was to disappear off the face of the planet at midnight tonight, all of that work hasn't gone poof, like up in flames. Does that make sense? So, and I see a lot of experts saying that you should just hammer it out, content everywhere, go for it, really. And honestly, it's exhausting, man. It's so exhausting, and you won't do it, and you'll be left feeling massively underwhelmed because you'll be putting out content every single day. You'll be exhausted, you'll be running out of ideas, but you won't be growing. It just doesn't kind of work like that, because you're doing everything half-assed. You're not doing it with intention, with purpose, with passion. And that's really what you've got to do. Your visibility, your content has to come across with passion. People have to get your vibe. They've got to understand who you are in order for you to get that warming up of the tribe, so that they love everything that you talk about and everything that you do. And whenever you decide to sell to them, they're there. They're right there. And, it kind of has this massive knock-on effect of, no tribe, no sales, no business, right? Literally, it's as cold as that. And once you've got that tribe and you've warmed them up and they know, like, and trust you and all of that kind of stuff, and they get a really good vibe for you. And remember, people buy people. So if you're just trying to massively spread yourself everywhere, you're going to get diluted along the way. It does happen, okay? It really does happen. And people just aren't going to warm up to you in the way that you want in order for you to make the sales to keep your business running. Does that make sense? So I wanted to literally hop in and say, this is what we spoke about last night. She was like, she's pretty new. She's got some fab ideas. She really knows how to piece up her content. Like I've never seen a spider graph like it. It was huge. It was brilliant. So she's got lots and lots of ideas and passion, but she just needs to know where to kind of, bunker down, really push hard, really get some great content out there, build that visibility, get her brand awareness going, build that audience, that loving audience that absolutely adore everything she's going to be talking about and sharing with them and showing them and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm just doing it in the one place, but being smart about it and repurposing to that second platform. So if you're kind of in that phase of maybe, I don't know, maybe you're still working and you're trying to transition from, you know, you've got your 9 to 5, still in your head in, you don't want to work there anymore because you've got this other flame that burns deep in your belly to do something else, and you're just looking at this timeline on these gurus and they're everywhere, and you know, and I know that I probably fall into that category a little bit because you can see me on various different platforms, but you should never compare yourself to someone that's been doing this much longer than you have. So this is why I think it's important for me to tell you that even though you might see me on various different platforms a lot of it is scheduled, a lot of it is timed. I'm not always as in it as you might think, but that comes with years of experience, that comes with just knowledge on how to utilize different platforms at different times. I just want you guys to understand that you don't have to do what I do to make your business work. Okay, I started off with just one platform, the same as everybody else, and it's just so happens that I move around in various different places to figure out what I need at that time. So that's today. If it drives you utterly crazy, it's probably because you are massively overwhelming yourself, like huge. There's so much. If you think about it, yeah, if you're a new business owner and you walked into my business and started to run things like I do, you've got to set up all your tweets, because I still run stuff on Twitter. I don't do a huge amount, but I do still put content out there. Everything that I do on Facebook, you've got to run my groups, you've got to work my Instagram account, but I have more than one. So it's Instagram accounts. And I now also do YouTube as well. So that's 5 platforms that I'm actually really quite active on. And for just anyone that hasn't been doing this for a long time, that is just a huge task to ask people to do. So I'm saying to you, as someone's been doing this a really long time, don't try. Just don't try to do it. Figure out one place that you love, that resonates with you, that your guys are hanging out in, that you know you can communicate with your people. It might need a bit of training to do it, but choose one platform, have a secondary backup that you repurpose your content to, and then as and when your business starts to grow and build, then once you've mastered it and it's kind of like second nature, you don't have to think about it, there's no kind of sitting down on a Monday going, what do I need to write about today? There's none of that happening. When that gets to that point, that's when you think about adding an extra arm to your social media presence, if you like. And it's one of the things I just wanted to talk to you guys about, because I know that, like I say, you're just going to get overwhelmed from everybody all the time. I'm talking about this, right, and God knows what else. It's just not good, okay? And I don't want you guys to get all caught up in the rat race of, oh my God, I've got to have everything. You just, honestly, you don't. Keep it simple, especially in the beginning, that beginning kind of first year, second year. Keep it really simple. Allow yourself room and space to breathe and grow. And the platforms are always going to be there. It's not like you're going to run out of time. They're always going to be there. You can always jump on board at another date. That's how it works, right? You don't need to overwhelm yourself hugely. This week, I open the doors to potentially working with people in my VIP 8-week course. It's called Make Me Super Visible. So if you're the kind of person that social media is driving you utterly crazy, and you just don't know how to go from kind of confused to confident, this is the course. This is my all-inclusive. This is me getting my fingers in your business and helping you to build it. Is pretty intensive. It's not for everyone, I will say that. So there's no sales page or any fancy stuff like that. I don't do that for this course. If you want to know more about it, if you want me to help you build your visibility, get you on that kind of brand awareness train, lots of audience, knowing who you are, starting to love you, and all of that kind of stuff, then I'll leave a link below. Fill it in, schedule yourself a call with me, and we'll have a chat. Because like I say, this is not for everybody. Some people might be too far along and this is just going to kind of go over your head. It's not really going to be suited to you. It may be that you're at the very beginning of your journey and this might be a little bit too advanced for you. Although it is about keeping things simple, I'll show you really simple systems that work and allow your business to grow. There is a kind of transitional phase, and like I say, it's not for everyone. I will push you out your comfort zone a little bit, but I'm really nice with it. I'm not going to be horrible to you, so that's all good. So once I finish this, I'll pop you a link below. The calls are free. Just grab a cuppa and come and talk to me. It's all good. I don't buy it unless you pay me. I'll put the link underneath. Reach out, ask me. If you're struggling with your brand visibility, if you're struggling to build your business, honestly, when I say to you, your visibility is the key to unlocking the various doors to really building your brand awareness and your business, I'm not kidding. Like, this is why I kind of specialize in this stuff, because it massively works, like massively works. So if you want that, if you think you might want that, it's 8 weeks, me and you, we get dirty every week working on your business with my 10 years plus experience. I'd love to hear from you. So I'm going to put the link below somewhere after I finish this. But yeah, today's original message: if your social media is driving you crazy, downsize it, specialize in one thing, and have a backup plan that you're repurposing to a different platform. Specialize in one, backup plan another, and really build that as a solid foundation for your business. So go play with some snow, wrap up, hat, scarf, gloves. I'll see you later. Thanks so much for watching. I absolutely appreciate it. As always, which platform are you really going for now? Which one is it that is getting your absolute 110% focus? Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter? Where are you guys placing your time? Let me know in the comments. I'd love some feedback. What's your first one? What's your primary? And what's your secondary? What's that backup one that you're repurposing to? I'm here each and every week. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the funky bell thing. I'll see you next week.